We are making a decision as a ministry, and I want you to catch this. When you come here on Sunday night, I want you to leave here every Sunday night thinking, wow, that was really worth my time. Like, I had a great time with my friends, but spiritually, that was worth my time. And I know that we have not always been able to say that. We have good weeks and we have bad weeks. But I want every week for you to leave here and think that absolutely, I grew. My time in youth ministry over this last year, I grew. You're going to see us substantially pick up our small group time. When we get in small groups, we're going to have a great time, and we want you to build relationships, but we are going to work hard as a ministry this year to hold you guys accountable to growth. And so the way that's going to work is that you've all been assigned to a small group. If you don't know that, who you're with, you can connect with me when we break up, and I'll get you there. But beyond just those small groups, we're offering a series of optional things. And I'm inviting you to do them. I don't even feel bad about that. It's a pretty good bribe, actually. So there's a different bribe for junior high than senior high. Junior high, don't worry, when you get to senior high, you get the better bribe. Okay? It just is what it is. But junior high, if you will choose to do one of these optional tracks, I'm going to launch for you in just a moment. If you would choose to do those for $20 this next summer, you can go to Cedar Point, and we'll cover all the rest of the expenses. $20, by the way, that is pretty cheap. Now, high school, it's a better bribe. I'm sorry, actually, I think I take you to Great American Junior High. We can vote on that later, it doesn't really matter. Senior high is a better bribe. I will take you on a 3-day, 2-night, 1-day at Cedar Point. So pretty much we'll leave in the morning on one day, we're going to go, we're going to camp out, set up tents, we're going to, it's actually a pretty nice campground. And then the next day we get up early and we go straight, like as soon as they open, we're going to be there, and you will be there till close that night. And so if you're not already involved in the scripture memory program, I know at ECA they have that. You might choose to do this as well. But if you're not already involved in the scripture memory program, I would love for you guys to do this. And if you do this, if you tell your small group leader you're doing it, they'll help hold you accountable. Actually, we're going to have a schedule put out where pretty much every 2 weeks, hopefully memorize the verse. Okay? That doesn't count for the bribe. That's just free action. I mean, it's just if you choose to. Here's the bribe. For those of you that are new to Christianity, like you might have just recently gotten saved, you didn't grow up in the church, you don't know a lot about it. You might not even be like, I don't even know really what it means to be in a relationship with God. That's kind of interesting to me. I don't even know what that means. And by the way, that singing thing you did earlier was really strange. That might be you. Okay, that's okay. This is really easy. This is the easiest of the tracks, and we'll qualify you. But most of you, if you try to cheat the system and go to the easier track, I could catch you. You have to qualify to go through this, and you actually have to fit the description of someone that is new to Christ and hasn't grown up in church. Okay? But if that's you, then all this is a 6-week, although Spencer Janikin did it in 1 week. He was on camp, and I gave it to him, and he flew through it. Like in a week, he was done. So you got another one? That was pretty good. So like he really enjoyed it, actually. It takes about 20 minutes to do the 1 week lesson assembly. And then you have to come back here and come like 15 minutes early or something and meet with like your small group leader or somebody else and just discuss that. And so they say, like, hey, this is what I understood, this is what I didn't understand. That's it. You do that for 6 weeks, and meet 15 minutes beforehand or 15 minutes afterwards with your small group leader or somebody else if they can't do it. We will take you on that trip to your point. You'll have a lot of fun. By the way, junior high, these first two are the only ones you can do. So it also is for junior high and high school. This is for junior high and high school. Anyone can do this. This is actually a great study. It's put out by a church out in California. It's called the 14 Essentials. And it goes through a series of topical things like trials and prayer and self-control. And it's not much harder. It only takes about 20 minutes a week to do, but this is 14 weeks. Come 15 minutes early, you discuss it with whoever you're partnered with. Now here's the deal. You have to find some, you have to have someone go through this with you. Again, you can't just come and say, hey, I did that. You have to go through it with some type of mentor. Okay? That can be your small group leader if they're able to. That can be me if I'm able to. I will approve any parent. You say, well, my parents doesn't even go to church. I would still approve your parent. Because I love your parent that didn't go to church to go through this. So you can go through with anybody. It has to be an adult that I will communicate with to make sure you do it. Okay, so this one here is for junior high or high school. If you choose to do this, it'll qualify you. It will take you 14 weeks. Here's the big dog. And I'm just this is only for the fellows. I'm warning you right now. This is intense. Okay. And I'm actually purposely going to make a really big deal out of this to scare most of you away. Although I would love for all the senior high guys to go through this. I'm purposely going to make a big deal out of this to try to scare you away. Because this is work. It's a lot of work. But it's also life-changing. I don't care whether you've never struggled with purity and decision in purity in your life, or you have and you currently are. That doesn't matter. I would love for every senior high guy to go through this study right here. It's 60 days long. So we would meet once a week, and actually I'm going to run this study myself. Unless I am surprised and like a slew of people sign up to go through it, I plan to run this study myself. And I will sit down and meet with the people who choose to go through this study, because it's just a lot of work for me to put on a volunteer. Now, if a volunteer wants to lead this, you can talk to me, and then we might partner up with some kids. But this right here, if you had the work ethic to get through it, because like it is, it's like 4 or 5 pages of questions and scripture, and like, it's work. But I'm telling you, with a society that's trying to get us to make all kinds of bad purity decisions, both personal purity and dating purity, and the things that are going to bombard you for the rest of your life, this can change the direction of your life. Incredible stuff. I have a college kid going through it. There's a couple of high school kids going through it right now. I asked the college kid before I got this week, I said, hey, would this be good for any high school guy who goes? He said, oh my word, it would be incredible. And so I just want to, if you do this, you're qualified to go for the trip. Ladies, this is my last one here. My wife actually has a plan right now. Is going to go through this with the ladies that decided to go through this program right here. And ladies, you need to listen to this, because this is great for any of our high school girls. We talk a lot in these groups, probably about once a year, on like purity and dating relations, physical purity, decisions you make physically with a member of the opposite sex. But this book right here goes a different direction. This book right here goes after emotional purity. In other words, and some of you ladies will understand this, and some of you won't. A lady's tendency to give her heart away before it's time. A lady's tendency to be emotionally way farther than the relationship really is, which leads her to get her heart broken over and over and over again. This book here, from a scriptural perspective, goes, you know what? Let's learn to capture those thoughts. Let's learn to honor God with our emotions and not run away emotionally with every guy that looks at us. And it's an incredible book. And my wife is going to sit down with the ladies that would like to do that and go through this book. It's a little bit easier than the other one. I'm telling you what, I'm excited about all of these studies. If you choose to get involved in any of these studies, it's going to be a win for you, because you are going to grow as an individual, and you're going to make choices to grow as an individual. So I want to challenge you to consider doing one of these studies. And if you decide that you're potentially interested in doing one of these studies, when you break into your groups, I want you to put a name. You can just check off on the box right there. And if you're thinking about a couple of them, you're not sure which one you're going to do, you can check a couple of them, and then you'll turn this in tonight. And again, you're not committed. You're saying, I'm potentially interested in being involved in that program. I know that was a lot of information, but I really want you to consider doing that. And I think you will find that you'll absolutely love the fact you did in your field, because you will grow in your relationship with God if you choose to go through these studies. You really will. And I love the fact you're going to sit down with adults who are going to help you grow in specific areas.